Nissan built a luxury car with a turbocharged sports engine, and then hid it behind a chrome grille and leather seats. This is the Nissan Gloria Gran Turismo Ultima. Yeah, that is a mouthful. The executive sleeper that packed Z-car guts and left tuners wondering what just passed them. It shared no spotlight, got no US release. But behind its quiet name was one of Nissan's boldest performance secrets. So today, we're unlocking the truth behind Nissan's unknown sleeper and why it still haunts the street scene to this day. Forget what you thought about Nissan sedans. Forget the Maxima. Forget the Ultima. Before those names became the face of Nissan's family car future, there was something else quietly prowling the streets of Tokyo. The Gloria Gran Turismo Ultima wasn't just a luxury four-door. It was a back-alley bruiser dressed like a diplomat. Built on the Y33 platform, this car looked like it belonged in a CEO's driveway. Big body, cushy seats, all the elegance of a Lexus LS. But where other sedans whispered, the Gloria muttered something darker. Unlike most executive cars of the 90s, the Gloria came with rear-wheel drive and a turbocharged heart. Most of its rivals were front-wheel drive and soft. This one? It shared its drive-train layout with the 300ZX, a sports car legend. And here's the twist most people don't know. The transmission in this car was the same automatic used in the twin-turbo Z32. That meant it could handle real torque, and modders knew it. This wasn't a wannabe sports sedan. It was a luxury car built with real performance bones. And Nissan never even tried to sell it to Americans, because they knew this one wasn't for them. The engine they never advertised. Pop the hood of the Gloria Gran Turismo Ultima, and you're not greeted by some sluggish boat anchor. Instead, you'll find a 3-liter V6 that Nissan quietly turbocharged, giving this big-body sedan a factory output of 270 horsepower and over 270 pound-feet of torque. That might not sound wild today, but in the late 90s, that was more power than a 5.0 Mustang GT. More than a BMW 540i, and it came wrapped in a car that looked like it belonged in a retirement brochure. The real kicker, this engine wasn't shared with the Skyline or Silvia. It was part of a limited group of high-tech V6s Nissan was experimenting with, tuned for low-end torque and smooth delivery. But once you uncorked the intake and exhaust, it woke up like a bat out of hell. Tuner shops in Japan were quietly cranking these to 350 horsepower with basic mods, a simple boost controller, and intercooler swap, and you had a full-on street weapon. Quiet, unassuming, deadly, and yet nobody talked about it, because Nissan didn't promote it. No press campaigns, no racing pedigree, just a luxury badge, a high-output motor, and a sleeper reputation that stayed hidden for decades. This thing wasn't built to flex. It was built to fool you. It looked like it should have been chauffeuring CEOs, but it had the heart of a Z-car and the potential to outrun everything in its lane. And that's what makes the Gloria Gran Turismo Ultima dangerous, because it didn't need to shout. It didn't care about clout. It was a secret, engineered to stay one. But for those who knew, it was a weapon. The Gloria was a rolling lie. Everything about this car was designed to put you to sleep, visually. The badging? Subtle. The body? Smooth and conservative. No flares, no scoops, no spoilers. Just big chrome trim, squared-off taillights, and a formal stance that screamed, mid-level exec with a pension. Even the Gran Turismo Ultima badge sounded like a marketing accident, a name you'd expect on a PlayStation menu screen, not a performance sedan. But here's the thing, that anonymity was the point. In Japan, the Gloria was often a preferred ride for high-ranking Yakuza members. It blended in. It looked expensive, but not loud. It let you slide through Tokyo traffic unnoticed until it was time to disappear at high speed. And because it shared parts with other Nissans, it was cheap to modify and dead simple to tune. You didn't need deep pockets, just deep knowledge. That's what makes the Gloria different from today's factory-built sports sedans. It didn't need a Nürburgring lap time to prove itself. It just waited for the green light and let the turbo do the talking. And most people never even realized they got gapped by a VIP sofa on wheels. Why nobody knew, and why it matters now. You didn't see the Gloria in US showrooms for one reason: Nissan didn't want you to. In the late 90s, the American market was all about SUVs and badge recognition. A turbocharged rear-wheel drive luxury sedan with no motorsport pedigree? Total sales risk. Nissan already had the Maxima and Infiniti Q45 stateside, and this car would have made both look bad. So they kept it home. And for years, it stayed hidden, overshadowed by the Skyline, Z cars, and Silvia platforms. Tuners ignored it. Importers skipped it. Even hardcore JDM fans didn't talk about it. But that silence didn't last. Once Japan's 25-year export rule kicked in, a few gearheads started waking up. They brought over Glorias, swapped in Z32 parts, dialed up the boost, and realized what Nissan had really built: a rear-drive, leather-wrapped, turbocharged time bomb. Now, prices are creeping up. Enthusiasts in the know are grabbing them before they disappear again. Because like the GS300 and Aristo, the Gloria isn't just a car, it's a statement. A reminder that sometimes the fastest thing on the street is the one you never see coming. Nissan didn't market this car. They didn't badge it as a sports sedan. They didn't tell you it shared components with their Turbo Z car. And yet, they built it anyway. The Gloria Gran Turismo Ultima wasn't loud. It wasn't flashy. But it was dangerous in all the ways that matter. A rear-wheel drive platform, a turbocharged V6, a transmission that could take abuse, and a body so invisible it slipped past everyone, from rivals to radar guns. So when we talk about Nissan's unknown sleeper, we're not just naming a car. We're exposing a blueprint. Because this thing didn't need a wing to be fast. It didn't need a badge to be taken seriously. All it needed was someone brave enough to floor it. And once you did, the Gloria didn't just pull away, it vanished.